This is how we do a threshold check in dual chamber modes. We need to be pacing in both chambers. I can see that I'm in DDD. My pacing rate is 90 beats a minute. My yellow light is flashing in the atrium, which indicates that I'm pacing in the atrium, and at 5 volts I expect that to be the case. My yellow light is flashing in the ventricle, and at 8 volts I expect that to be the case as well. So pacing both chambers. If ever there's a concern about there being an underlying rhythm, you can press the pause button briefly just to see if there is one, making sure that you look at the ECG. So press unlock, put your finger on the pause button, press and hold just for a few seconds, and I can see I'm flashing my green lights in the atrium and the ventricle, so I know that there is an underlying rhythm. You wouldn't just look at the box, you would look at your ECG to make sure that's the case. So I can safely do a threshold check. I'm going to start with the ventricle. I'm going to take my output down using the output control here until I lose capture. So I can quickly do this. I'm doing this much faster than I would with a patient, but I'm coming down. It immediately measures the impedance, which is 548, which is fine. I keep coming down. I'll come down much faster, there we go, than I ordinarily would. 0.3, 1.0, 0.9, 8, 0.7, 0.6. And from my ECG I can see that I lose capture at 0.5. So at 0.5 I've lost capture. So I come back up a little bit, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. I've gained capture at 0.8. I will therefore set it back where it was, which was at 8 volts. So I know my threshold is good at 0.8. I'll just set my output back to 8 volts. And then I move up and I do the same thing with the atrium. The moment that I move, my atrial output control measures the atrial impedance, and it's 578, which I know is fine. And I just keep it going down, make a note of that impedance, keep it going down, and 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, and at 0.5 I've lost capture. I come back up, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. I've gained capture at 0.8, and I will set this substantially bigger. I'm going to set this back to 5 volts again. There we go, 5 volts. And that's my thresholds completed for both the atrium and the ventricle.